with Monica Rice. And today I want to talk to you about loving yourself enough to, or when you make mistakes. If you have been keeping up with my blog, which can be found on monicawrites.com, you know throughout February I have been talking about loving yourself enough to. So this month I have talked about loving yourself enough not to isolate yourself, to work during your productivity zone, as well as to buy the firework box, which is a fantastic box. I highly recommend that you check out that blog because I took pictures of every single thing I got. All right, so let's get into today's topic. And I already told you it. And it's loving yourself when you're making mistakes. Because many of us, I'm just going to be honest, many of us beat ourselves up for making mistakes. We are the worst at constantly criticizing ourselves for mistakes that we didn't even know we could make. For example, one of the things that you might be beating yourself up about is maybe I invested my time into something that was pointless. I invested my money into something that didn't help me or I didn't even use. It could be I invested energy into writing my book whenever I actually decided to go a different route. Here's one of the things I really want to tell you is that how can you beat yourself up for something that you don't know what you don't know? And that's something that I had to come to terms with. I had to say, how can I know what I don't know? If I didn't know that I shouldn't put my money into this coach or into this person or into my writing or into whatever it could be, then you don't know. And I think a lot of times we forget that we don't know it all. We don't know everything. Because if we did, we wouldn't make mistakes. But because we do make mistakes, it's because we don't know what we don't know. Another thing that I really feel like God is helping me with is that everything in life is a journey. And we have to go through this journey to learn from the mistakes, or rather have the opportunity to learn from the mistakes that we are doing. For example, I kind of feel like I invested some time and energy into something that really didn't really pay off in the end. Yes, it helped me figure out some things as well as connect with people, but I feel like in the end it really wasn't worth the money or the time that I invested into it. So, and sometimes I beat myself up for it. Sometimes I'm like, dadgum, I spent all this money on something that didn't really help me. But how could I have not known that if I would not have taken the journey of figuring that out? Yes, it sucks. Yes, that could have been a year or 11 months worth of a journey. But I think sometimes we have to live the journey in order to experience the outcome of really just gaining that knowledge, gaining the knowledge of how could I have known what I didn't know. One of my accountability partner in my business, she told me, she was like, Monica, you have to hold me accountable to not beating myself up for things that I didn't know about. Because really it all boils down to how can you and I beat ourselves up for something that we didn't know? I mean, if we didn't know, there's no reason to beat ourselves up for. So I just really want to encourage you today that, number one, don't beat yourself up for anything that you didn't know about. Number two, it's a journey. We're going to discover that during this journey that we are not perfect human beings and we are going to make mistakes, but we have the opportunity to learn from these mistakes and to do better next time. Because whenever we learn, we grow in so many ways. We know, okay, not to do that next time. What should I be looking for if I'm going to invest this much money or time into something? What should I do? What should I expect? because then we can approach something in a different light with new perspectives and with a more realistic outcome. Because I think sometimes we put a lot of expectations on something, and whenever it doesn't pan out, we just get discouraged, which leads us to beating ourselves up, and that's not healthy. That's not healthy living. So I encourage you to stop beating yourself up for something that you didn't know about. Now, it's a journey, and sometimes it takes time to learn what we didn't know. I mean, really, that's bottom line. And then thirdly, just give yourself grace. Every day, give yourself a pass. Say, you know what? I'm going to give myself grace today, because you want to live healthy. Because whenever we get stuck in that mindset of, man, how can I have done this? I'm so stupid. It causes so much disturbance in our lives. But when we are able to give ourselves grace and say, you know what, that was okay. It's okay. No one died and everyone's still alive. And I'm still alive and I'm still growing. And if you're taking that a mistake and growing from it, then that is such a huge positive into your life. Now, if you're continually making the mistake and not growing from it, then you're not getting anywhere. But you're choosing to learn and grow from it, then kudos to you, because that's going to skyrocket your personal growth, your mental growth, your emotional growth, and I think even your spiritual growth. So guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed this, I guess what you could call a vlog, video blog that I have done. I really hope that you will continue to love on yourself a little bit more extra this month. And if you want to check out my blog, go to monicawrites.com and check it out. I've been talking about loving on yourself, and like I said, I've been talking about not isolating yourself, right in your productivity zone, and the firework box, buying that for yourself if you are a female entrepreneur. Anyways, if not, if you would like to talk to me a little bit more about, what, Monica, I've really been beating up myself. How can I stop doing that? Then I encourage you to go to the contact form and contact me. I would love to have a chat with you and give you any encouragement that you may need right now. So once again, my website is monicarice.com. Don't forget to like me on Facebook. Also follow me on Twitter, which is the little @ Monica Wrighton. Also like my LinkedIn page as well, or friend me on LinkedIn. All right, guys. Well, I hope to hear from you soon, and I enjoyed this session. And give me any comments and feedback that you may have. All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.